The Torah of Unity is really an answer to a problem that had been bothering me for many years. Having worked with thousands of kids over decades, I was very disillusioned by the fractioned community of the kids. We pray differently, we learn differently, we have different customs, different cultures. And then the idea hit me one day, the Torah. The physical Torah is the only thing that every single Jew in the world actually shares, regardless of their affiliation or level of religiosity. When I was sharing this idea with Gloria Feldman, she said, "I want to do it." And I said, "Do what?" She said, "The Torah of Unity." When I asked her why, she said it's very simple. She says, "I went through the Holocaust. I lost 2 of my brothers. I don't even remember their names. And 1.5 million Jewish children perished. JSU has the attention of the teens of St. Louis. We need today's teens to carry on the legacy of the children whose voices were silenced." We commissioned a scribe in Israel to write this Torah, and the scribe sent me the first piece of parchment with the beginning verses of the Torah on it. And I have gone around with my team to every Jewish organization in the city that is interested to work with their youth to teach them how a Torah is made, and then together with them inscribe a letter or two in this Torah.
The idea of building Jewish community through writing a Torah collectively is, in a sense, the pinnacle of what it means to be a people of the book. You're creating a book. You're creating our future by copying the past. It's a beautiful melding of all those things.
Students, when you immerse them in the process, they feel like they are a part of it, and I think it helps the Torah come alive for them. They can read it in a book, but when you have participated in it and seen the care that goes into it, it means something more to you than if it were just another book.
Before the JSU Torah process started, I knew that writing a Torah was a lot of work, but I didn't really know anything about how to write a Torah, who wrote a Torah, about the ink or the parchment that you used. I just knew that it took a lot of time and that Torahs were very expensive.
Growing up in a very modern Orthodox family, knowing a lot about Judaism, even when Rabbi Mike came in to present to us, I still learned so much within the process. There were some things I just had no clue about.
Even in 2017, you still use the quill and the parchment, and it's eternal. It's never going to change that way. The worlds are never going to change. The way that it's written is never going to change. It's perfect in its being.
He let us choose which letter we were going to write down next, which I felt was very special for all of us to get to each be connected to one specific letter.
So it's almost like we're putting a piece of ourselves into Judaism through writing. I felt like I was being included in something, and I felt a lot of other people were being included in this.
This is not an everyday project. This is something that's special. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for some people.
I have 2 6-year-old girls, and it was absolutely an incredible experience for them to participate in it. I'm jealous because I'm a lot older than 6, and they've gotten to participate in something that most people much older have not gotten to partake in.
I'm 16 years old, and I've taken part in writing a Torah that it's going to be here long after I die. So that's pretty amazing.
When you work in the Jewish community and you work with college students and you work with youth, you're always trying to think of the next big thing. You're trying to be one step ahead of the students because the truth is the students are always 2 steps ahead of you. And I think in this case, it was the opposite approach, that instead of trying to outpace them, instead of trying to be cooler than them or as cool as them, which we can't do, I think to take it in the reverse and to go back to what has always been a foundation of Judaism is the perfect way to connect with students, because it's a case where what has always worked will always work, and instead of chasing the next greatest thing, staying with this one thing and finding new ways to connect students to it is really what makes the Torah of Unity incredibly special.
You have not only the fact that you were part of it, but you have a memory in your mind and a picture that you had a hand, literally, in the creation of the next generation of Jewish learning. None of the work that we do in the Jewish community is made possible except for the vision of leadership like Rabbi Ravinsky and the contribution of what a tradition called Berurim, or good people of the town. And in our modern day, those people include families that have supported this effort, families like the Movitzes, the Greensteins, the Gallants, the memory of Simon and Bobby Cohn, Greg Storch and Lisa Ring, and of course, Gloria Feldman, the memory of her brothers and the 1.5 million kids who perished in the Holocaust. That's what is supporting this Torah. That is what this Torah represents, and that is what is binding us together, their vision, their leadership, for continuity into the future.
The ultimate goal of this Torah of unity is really to teach every single child, and the truth is the adults as well, that we're a family. We're all one. We may disagree on things, but at the end of the day, we need to love each other, we need to unite, and when we come together as family, we can withstand anything thrown our way.